up, guys? Gons here with another video for the Face Like the Sun YouTube channel. Gizmodo just came out with an article called Scientists Reconstruct Brain's Vision into Digital Video in Historical Experiment. Now, this sort of technology has kind of been around. I've seen experiments done where they got into the brain of a cat and they tried to grab the images that a cat sees and reconstruct some of their visual cues from their brain waves and things like that. And interestingly, we talked about that in an old episode of Canary Cry Radio, and what they found was that the faces of people gave the appearance of cats. So maybe your cat thinks that you are just a giant cat. Well, anyway, the same sort of technology is being used now and experimented on in humans. UC Berkeley scientists have developed a system to capture visual activity in human brains and reconstruct it as digital video clips. Eventually, this process will allow you to record and reconstruct your own dreams on a computer screen. Now, this is an experiment that was done by neuroscientist Professor Jack Gallant at UC Berkeley, and he states in this article, quote, "This is a major leap towards reconstructing internal imagery. We are opening a window into the movies in our minds." And this sort of thing is just another step towards the idea of a singularity, the transhumanist movement, all the technologies that are merging with us. But this sort of brings it to a different level. And there's a couple thoughts on this. First off, not even our imaginations and our own private thoughts and dreams are going to be private anymore. If things continue going down this road and people willingly open themselves up to allow the world basically to see your thoughts and inside your mind and things like that, boy, talk about invasion of privacy to the fullest extent. But really, this reminds me of a couple of passages. First off, in Matthew 10, Jesus talks about fearing God alone. Verse 26 through 28, he says this, "Fear them not, therefore, for there's nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." And if we focus in on verse 28, "Fear not them which can kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul." So in terms of this type of technology that's coming out, this is effectively, I think, killing the body. I mean, what kind of stuff are we going to plug into our brains and stuff like that? But we shouldn't fear that. Not that we should take part in it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't fear that kind of stuff that's coming about, because they're not able to take away your soul. That's God's business. And, you know, this whole idea of them trying to upload your spirit and upload your soul into a machine and things like that, I don't know that they're going to be able to achieve that. In fact, I'm leaning more and more towards this idea that that's just impossible to do. Anything that they are able to replicate through some sort of machinery that we've seen in all these movies and things like that, that's not really the person that is being uploaded or whatever to the machine. But in any case, we are told, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. This is talking about God. And you know, this whole technology with, you know, being able to reconstruct your imagination and things in your brain and stuff like that, this is another one of those things that goes back to the Garden of Eden. You know, ye shall be as gods. This is man trying to play God. But we know Hebrews 4:13 says this, "And no creature is hidden from his sight, but all are naked and exposed to the eyes of him to whom we must give account." God sees everything anyway, guys. It doesn't matter. You know, this is just an attempt for man to want to be gods. And this technology is just playing right into that. It's playing right into the lie of Satan. So this sort of news just tells me that we are just that much closer to the return of Jesus Christ. We should be looking for him. We should be looking up and rejoicing that he is going to return soon. But it is sort of jarring, you know, if you look at some of these videos of what they're able to reconstruct. Right now, it's pretty low quality, but, you know, things progress fairly quickly. They're hoping to have this sort of technology available to the public at some point in the very near future. And so I think, obviously, as a church, we should be alert and aware that this type of stuff is happening. It's happening very quickly. So don't fear these things, but fear the one that can destroy your soul, not because he's an evil or vengeful God, but because you rejected the truth which was freely given to you.